everyone, welcome back to my garden. It's Ann at Martin House Flowers. I'm just sitting here enjoying this beautiful monarch butterfly that's been visiting my zinnias pretty much for the last month. We have spotted several monarchs and other butterflies and bees, of course, loving and pollinating all of these beautiful zinnias along my hydrangea border on the west side of the garden. So we've been away visiting family in Toronto, so the garden has been having quite a few summer storms over the past weekend. So I wanted to take a little walk around to see the kind of damage. My stepdaughter, who's 18, was left at home, and while she was working, she also encountered the storms pretty much the second day that we had been gone. And she sent me some photos of some broken flowers. A lot of the flowers, the cut flowers, have flopped over in the severe storms, but the heat definitely prevailed. We got about 5 inches of rain. And look at that monarch just buzzing in and out of this row. So as you can see here, the zinnias have really gotten quite overgrown. I haven't cut on them nearly enough, so I need to get in here and do that over the next few days. Also, I wanted to shout out to my mom, Ruby. Happy 90th birthday today. We were thrilled to celebrate her and my dad's birthdays early over the weekend. My dad turns 90 next week. They're 6 days apart. We celebrated both of their birthdays early since we'll be away, but back again in 3 weeks when my daughter gets married. This is the patio area just outside of the pool at my mom's condo. They've just redid this area. It's really pretty, with all the panicle hydrangeas, the standard hydrangea there, hostas, begonias, and they have the same lounge chairs as we have. We call them Muskoka chairs. They're called Adirondack chairs here in the U.S. And I love the metal screening. I filmed a little bit of the gardens surrounding my parents' condo in Toronto. I just love this combination of ageratum, begonias, cannas, I think, are those large tropicals in the middle. Dusty Miller, of course. So pretty. And this is the walk between my mom's building and my dad's new place where he's moved to. He is in a seniors condominium just next door to my mom's, and this is the walk right across the street from her building. You can see through the gates there. A beautiful walk. We just went through this little area where there was a pond. Eddie and I walked over every single day. Walk through this beautiful cobblestone area. I think I've shown you in previous videos this walk that we go through with all the hedges, and it's a nice little stone pathway. And as you walk through here, just a few feet away, there's my dad's building right across the way to the right. So it's really convenient. Now my mom and dad can see each other almost daily. My mom goes over and has lunch and sometimes dinner with him. So I'm really happy that my mom and dad are living close by again. The day before we left for Toronto, I was able to plant my Sprinter Boxwood at the side of the porch. So here it is, my Sprinter Boxwood that I ordered from Home Depot, and it's a proven winners. I just wanted to show you how it arrived. It came in a vertical, a long, narrow box, and cardboard box, and it was securely tightened here at the base. And it's already pretty warm today, and we're leaving town tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and plant it today. We will definitely get this in the ground before we leave tomorrow, and hopefully my stepdaughter will water it. So there's the problem area. Yes, the bird bath is still there. I'm still debating on where to relocate it, and definitely it doesn't get visited by the birds here, so I do need to move it, and these shrubs are going to get bigger. In fact, this one spirea that I'm keeping for now that has a weed coming out of it, I'm going to keep it for now because it's still healthy, still putting out new buds. But this one here obviously has died, and this one here is pretty much dead. It happened to a couple of my spireas over there. See where my 2 roses are? Right there. Sorry about the intense sun. And right there, this is Charles Darwin by David Austin, this rose, and this is Tchaikovsky. Those are both there as a result of a dying spirea or a relocated one that I moved over here. There it is there on the other side of my peony. So as I mentioned, I'm not interested in more spireas because they're just too much maintenance for me. They flower in the spring, early June, and by the end of June I feel compelled to prune them, cut them all back. See all those brown deadheads? And I did a video on that. So for now I'm going to test the Sprinter Boxwood in the center. Ideally I would have liked to put 3, but I think I'm just going to try 1 because I have had issues overwintering boxwoods in the past. I think I have either winter gem or mountain boxwoods over there. I think I put that in my last video that I got just from Lowe's, and I had to replace 4 of 7 the following year. They're all good now. But I'm trying the Sprinter Boxwood. It's good to zone 5. But in this spot, I'm either going to do a lavender, but I'm still testing a new lavender as per my last video. So I'd really like to get another one of these living large big sky salvias. Look at it. It's just blooming all summer long. And all I do is I cut back, these guys. So anyway, I'm going to look for another one. I got it from Proven Winners Direct. It was literally the last one that they had. So I will order another one next year. I'm hoping other growers or nurseries will carry them because I highly recommend it. Like, it's practically the size of a 3-year-old spirea over there. Whereas, lavender, as you can see, is so sporadic in growth, and I've had to replace them a couple times. So fallen dahlias again over here. Look at that. I don't know if the bunnies are doing that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Over the winter, that might have to just sit there. I might just pull it out, actually, so it's not so bad looking. And I'm going to go ahead and plant this one over here. This was a 2-gallon pot with the Sprinter Boxwood. It grows 2 to 4 feet tall and wide, and it recommends to plant them 2 to 4 feet apart. It likes 4 to 6 hours of part sun to shade, and it's an improved version of the winter gem boxwood and is apparently a fast-growing boxwood. So I'm really looking forward to it. I do realize that there are some newer Proven Winners boxwoods coming out in 2026. But at this point, I'm really looking for something that is tested and a good performer. I know several of the YouTubers are that represent Proven Winners are testing those new varieties for next year, but I really don't want to wait until then. If this does well and I do end up needing to replace that spirea behind it to the left, then I might in fact get 3. as mentioned before, I'm still debating on what to do with the spirea that is dead on the right side behind this boxwood. So I'm really not sure whether or not I will be able to wait until a living large big sky salvia becomes in stock, or I don't know that I want to risk planting another lavender with having lost quite a few this past winter into spring. So I was just reading all the specs on this and realized my microphone wasn't working. The Sprinter Boxwood is hardy for zones 5 to 9, and I'm in zone 5B.
Ideally, if you want something to be super winter hardy, you go for something that's even one zone below your current zone. But honestly, it's been tough to find any boxwood in zone 4. And I have heard a lot of good things about this in similar gardens, in similar zone gardens. So let's go for it. Feels like I hit a rock. Okay, so it took about 10 minutes to dig that spirea out. It tells me that the roots were still somewhat viable, but I just wasn't interested in trying to nurture that back to life, quite honestly. So it's out, and I've got my hole. Pretty much the size of the hole is good. Let me just move around the soil, add some biotone, and drop this baby in. it'll probably grow to that size right there. It's supposed to be 2 to 3 feet, 2.5 to 3 feet. Let me know what you think. So you might have noticed that the bird bath was in the way when I was filming. So we've settled on this spot, likely temporarily. I thought of putting it in that back corner where my redbud is back there, but I'll never get to it with the water. I mean, I do come out with my hose every third day, but I'd like it filled daily, and I'm always watering my patio daily containers. So I like it here. We are going to clean it up and put a square base on it. We just have that temporarily. So I think I like this. I've always wanted something in the middle.
So taking a look at the rain gauge after we've been gone for 6 days, as I mentioned, wow, we did get 5 inches of rain over the period of 3 days or 2 days of storms, rainstorms over the past weekend. And looking at my kitchen garden, the peppers, these are Thai chili peppers in here. I have some jalapeno peppers as well, and the marigolds. After coming back from Toronto and spending time with my daughter, Hannah, who's getting married in September, we talked about how she would like me to potentially make a little bouquet for her City Hall wedding. She's having a civil ceremony at City Hall with just immediate family just a couple days prior to her wedding. So I'm taking a look at the situation with my cut flowers. Like, look how overgrown everything is. I'm really not sure what the Cosmos situation will be. She said that she wanted some marigolds, possibly some whites. So Cosmos, the snapdragons are really looking done. Absolutely done. I doubt I'd get a third or fourth flush. I will cut them back anyway. Before leaving for Toronto, I had made a flower crown and filmed a video. But when Hannah tried it on, she decided that it didn't really suit her dress, but instead her flower girl would wear it. So that's fine. And I went ahead and made her 2-layer veil the night before we came back home. And I'll just finish it, attach it to the comb when we get back to Toronto on the 11th. So back in the garden, sunflowers. I think I've decided I don't like how they're just a one and done. And they take quite a while, and I hated having to chicken wire everything. Those ones on the left, the White Knight, they're done. They got pretty attacked by the bugs, so I'm going to cut them back. And I wanted to take a look in the corner at the sunflowers that I had also had to cage. So that house that was being built, it is getting near completion. But here are some unfortunate things. So the sunflowers are growing quite tall. They're over 5 feet now. I don't mind them in this corner as they're temporary. They're just an annual. There's my Pinky Winky Prime. I was looking underneath the little limes. So this is my 4th year of the little limes, and look what the storms did to them. Little limes were an improvement to the limelights, And I have never ever had them flop like this. So this is after the storm over the weekend. We had 2 days of storms, 5 inches of rain. Look what it has done to my little limes. And my dahlias over here, Joey, Winnie, they got toppled over. Turtle head is blooming. That tells you it's nearing fall. These are firelight tidbits. Really happy with the size of those blooms. Just love that Amsonia. Considering getting another one maybe for beside the front porch. I don't know, it might get too big. And Princess Alexandra of Kent at the corner will have some new blooms again with all that red foliage. And my containers here on the patio, they have survived the storm. So last night we went to our local hardware store and picked up one of these square slabs or stone pieces, and I think that's a good proportion. And sorry about the long grass. We've been gone for a week now. I'm out here early this morning. Look how much I cut back. I filled up my pop-up here and worked on this bed. Sadly, a lot of my cosmos were done. And I don't know if the bunnies will bother coming in here, but I think I'm going to come in and plant some of those zinnia seedlings that I have on the side. So now I have to attack the rest of this. It is full sun out here. It's not hot enough yet, but I'm going to try to work on this today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to share with you the aftermath of the storm and one last look at all the butterflies that are visiting my zinnias here in my hydrangea room. Hope you have a good rest of your week and enjoy your weekend. Take care now. Bye-bye.